Good evening, Free Enterprise fans. I have a cat in my lap. Oh, but there's also a race. Right, race. Hi, DekarSMASH on your left, 3 seed, 52nd seed Lord Bob Bree on your right. I'm Demarine2, joined tonight by the inimitable, already in the round of 16, Night Dew. Hi, Night Dew. How's life in the round of 16?
Life in the round 16 is great. Unfortunately, my cat has fled my lap, so I am catless for the moment.
Aww.
As opposed to that, here we actually have a race here, and and I am distracted by narwhals.
Yeah, no, we got narwhals. We got a race. Decker did win run 1 here. We're in game 2 here, the round of 32. Decker, the number 3 seed, crashed the ladder this season, did some damage, showed us all that he's got game, and is continuing to show us all that he's got game. And we got Lord Bob Bree, who's making his break, first top 32 in Free Enterprise. One of these runners is going to make their first top 16 in Free Enterprise after this week is over.
Absolutely, and I did actually take a good long peek into last night's races. This is game 2, and don't let the 3 and 52 seeds confuse you, because for most of that seed, Dakar and Lord Bob Bree in game 1 were in near perfect lockstep for the first hour of that seed. So really anybody's game here. And do I spy a ninja?
We're gonna have a fast start, quite literally. Edge sort of breaks the rule a little bit that you don't want to fast anchor, because he just gets so fast in the early and mid game that it's irrelevant. So your mages are going to be awful. This is probably the worst layout for mages that we'll see in Free Enterprise because of C Hero, but man, they're gonna have a good time for the first 30 minutes for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. It comes down to the whole, can I find like double Mirasames? Can I slow my ninja down, or do I just lean into my ninja as we are starting out? And of course, since we are bad with mages, we collect Quack Kid.
More importantly, though, we got the party rock, so you know what we're gonna go looking for, right?
I mean, get your scorecards ready, folks, because I believe both of them will go immediately raiding a treasury here, because, I mean, why not?
I mean, I do like trying to find those ninja swords, Murasames, Masamunes. I mean, you already got a black belt key and a headband, so you don't really care on that front, but like a Stardust Rod would be fantastic for this pair. Like, options abound, and loot's always good, and getting the best possible loot in the overworld because it's gated is nice.
Now, the big question here is, if you hit anything halfway decent, say you get like a ninja sword and like a Zeus gauntlet or the Stardust Rod you said about, do you feel froggy enough to just immediately ascend Zot for 2 characters?
I don't know about ascending Zot for 2 characters, but I do know I'm never opening another treasure chest on the seed until I get underground at the least.
Or underground adjacent. I might scope out Cave Evelyn should a hook appear.
That's basically underground. That's hook locked. I mean, maybe you do a cheeky Eblin Castle dive if you get something decent looking for more. Like, you don't know what characters you're going to be seeing yet, so there's a lot of information out there. But oh wow, hey, those are 3 different items that say ninja on them in the top row.
Yeah, that's a very nice hit here, and anything in the bottom row that screams ninja. No, just a holy sword.
just a holy sword. That screams something else to me. That screams Cecil's the best character in the game.
Even a cat claw, so you're not even going to be sad to see a yawn coming around here, and Dakar actually says, hey, let's just clean out the rest of the treasury while we're here.
Might as well get a little bit extra money. Lord Bob Bree is like, yo, I got a ninja sword, a ninja hat, a ninja shirt, and an Excalibur. Where's Cecil?
Yeah.
One paladin, please.
1 paladin, 1 Rosa, and you can swear off every other character for the rest of the seed.
Yeah. It's been good times. We're gonna put the ninja. We're gonna see a ninja hat being put onto Palom for Lord Bob Bree to sort of help the agility along, gives him that +3 agility, and gonna get our first look at the character in the Baron Inn. Who we got?
Yep, I love this play actually. We have a ninja sword, we have a strength ring, we have another caster, because why not? A lovely place to find an Odin here. You're going to win a damage race when all you have to do is 400 and you have a ninja.
Biode. Decker's just going to do some of the basic shopping here. Going to grab, looks like Cure 3s, grab a couple tents. Skips on the ethers, but we'll see. If this is Mile and Z, this is a little bit more annoying, but should be fine.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Fire 2 is actually the first. No, it's Ice 2. Never mind. That's what I get for thinking here.
Yep, Ice Fire Lightning. Weirdly.
And Dekar's actually going to give us a peek at some of these other positions here. Going to see a water. No, that's Antlion actually.
Sork shirt rune ring. First 2 boxes, and he's done with treasure chests forever.
The Signat, do you have somewhere to be tonight? I assume you might here.
Yeah, there's just so much power in this seed. Holy heck. Those 2 boxes are really good. +1 Rydia, +1 Rat Tail. First check is Baron in because we got Edge. Go figure.
Oh yeah, again, just to say, I love an early Baron in with a ninja here. Basically, unless you run into something super rude, Edge can generally take care of it, and especially putting on a ninja shirt for that little bit of extra padding there, and a ninja sword for that extra damage there. Even on base stats, he can usually clear about 50% of the things you find there as well.
Single blue robe in the Antlion Cave. You know what this means.
We hope we find Waterheg, because we really don't want to see the Gauntlet this early.
Free bosses here. Free bosses everywhere. Yeah, we're off to a flying start here, so we're going to get a look at the item in Antlion in 2 swings. Bob Bree is like, yo, I want to expand my party a little bit here. I need another body, so I'm going to go climb Hobbs instead.
Bob Bree, again, both with this this Holy Sword saying, find this Paladin, is like, well, let's take another shot at the Cecil, and we find Rudeness.
I mean, if you want the Sid, this is fine. Needs to is going to kill off the Rydia here to keep her at level 1. So possibly prepping for later slingshots. Edge can do this just fine, right? With a strength ring and a ninja shirt, or ninja sword, ninja shirt, should be fine, right?
He should be fine, and even if he isn't completely, Sid actually got through the yeah, there's no evasion here. Even if not, we have a dart command, and that's usually pretty good as well.
Hey, Night Dew.
Yes.
You want to go to the moon?
I love going to the moon.
Well, Decker can go to the moon now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What fun things will we find there?
Well, we will find the guaranteed Cave Bahamut objective. We will find a character up there, and if it is Tella, we will find access to all the D machines that you can eat.
What does a D machine taste like?
Probably sinew.
All of a sudden, I'm far less appetized, actually.
Yeah, I mean, they're not like they're machines, right? They're mechanicals. That's kind of disturbing, isn't it?
Just a little bit. I mean, who's preparing this buffet?
Dr. Luke.
Fair enough.
So whale raising for Decker. I guess he's interested in the character up there. You know, hey, could be a paladin.
I mean, all kidding aside, I do love an early check. I do love Cave Bahamut loot, as you can pull tier 7s out of there. I have found surprise arty bows in there, and it's just been a great time all around here. But yeah, besides that, information, character, Hummingway shop if you really want to take a shot at some more consumables, not bad.
Yeah, with Doge items, the Hummingway shop's a little lower in the value territory here, but it's still nice to check if you want a Leviathan summon for that Rydia. It's the way to get your hands on one.
So what are we hoping to find in this Cape Bahamut? Because we know we're looking for Cecil, which means he's like off in the Giant somewhere.
I mean, obviously you're hoping that Cecil comes down from the skies here and graces you with his presence and decides to say, hey, I want in on this, and you're gonna be like, yes.
Here, we found this. Go strap it to your hand and never let it go.
We found a white mage?
Well, I mean, we didn't have one of those, so welcome to the team, Borum.
Hooray!
I mean, I'm gonna say nothing bad about Forum, given the lengths I just went to a couple games ago to get one.
Look, no items increases the value of white mages a lot. You know, you can get the healing from bottles, but, you know, you want Blink, you want Utility, you want Berserk, you know, you can get all of those if you have items that you can buy in shops. We don't have those. You can't get any of that stuff unless you open boxes, and then you're getting one.
Yeah, I mean, we do have a ninja. We can steal the wine, but
Can steal silk webs too, I guess, but that all takes time. Robbing people blind is time consuming.
anyway, we have yet another free fight up here on Ordeals because seriously, is there any place in the world the Dark Elf is remotely threatening?
Ogo Pogo spot. Maybe. I mean, can blast the heck out of you at the top of Tower of Zod, honestly, so it's good to see this.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just used to seeing him and treating him much like the vampire from Final Fantasy 1 here. He is my personal speed bump, honestly.
Well, another nuisance out of the way here, as Dark Knight Cecil is gonna blast us with 3 waves for 80 damage apiece. Sid, gonna be okay. Edge, gonna be okay. The kids, they're not actually alright, but that's fine.
Vessel, do you want to join our party? No? Alright, fine.
Please?
Unfortunately, he states that he's on his way off the mountain and says, heck this paladin trial.
It's too hard, I'm out.
Meanwhile, I guess we did find an Earth Hammer for that Sid over in Antlion Cave, so hey, that's actually pretty neat for him.
Yeah, Deckard's gonna give us the first look here at Fabul, while Lord Bob Bree is gonna give us the first look at the top of Ordeals. Edge is doing Edge things right now. What is Edge doing? Just cutting down everything on this overworld.
Yeah, the fun thing about these Edge starts is it's just whose overworld is it anyway? It's Edge's, but I mean, when it comes down to it, it's like, really, it's how do you want to fillet your overworld? Because nothing's really going to stop you.
You just go from station to station and just try to route really efficiently, honestly. Like, don't get out of line.
Anyway, that's 4 elemental arc fiends in a trench coat.
Yeah, and there's not quite enough magic output here from Palom to kill them in one shot, but Edge has got a mute knife that Decker bought, and Rubicon's a mage, question mark?
He is for the purposes of stabbing with a mute knife. Also, we did find a we did find a water snake in the paladin room, and more importantly, a very shiny rock.
Half a forge on hand. Also, Decker finds underground access at Fabul, so no Fabul single dip. It's Magma Key though, so if this seed wasn't fast enough for you, well, the world is our oyster. Edge is now Mr. not just overworld wide, but he's just Mr. Worldwide.
Mister, where do you want to go from here? Because I don't care where you want to go. Let's just go. Also, Dekar did not peek, or I just totally already forgot and missed the boss checking K Bahamut, didn't I?
I don't think he checked it. I think he went up and just wanted the character and then bailed out.
Okay. Well, more importantly, we haven't not found that tele yet, so we unfortunately do not have all the D machines we can eat just yet.
Nope, but we're gonna high five on the mountain here as these two gentlemen run by each other. Bob Bree on the way down, Decker on the way up. Decker should have absolutely no problem with whatever the heck is up here, like we just saw. Bob Bree is going to go ahead and do a little whale racing here, so we're going to get some cutscene time, so he's going to get a breather. But we're retreading some ground a little bit here.
Unfortunately, just don't have the raw power for the moon unless you decide you really want to get lucky and find like a KQE there, but that sounds like a totally bad idea. Really, I mean, we have a magma key. It's do we just go down and stab an egg and get Quack on our kid and go from there?
That's a pretty standard play. We've got 2 sirens. I double check, so that is a possible use for one. Just quickly supercharge your kid and then go charge Dwarf Castle. See if you get a Cecil. Uh, or charge up Zot and see if there's like 2 character checks. Again, like you think about free enterprise, you think about it's about finding your power, and Edge has got a lot of power, right? Edge is a good character who does a lot of damage. Cecil with an Excalibur will keep up.
Yes. And yeah, I may have already totally forgot about that Earth Crystal burning a hole in our pockets here because, yeah, those 2 character checks are looking really kind of tasty with that Cecil there. I'd take a Cecil, I'd take a Rosa, I'd maybe take a Young.
Yeah, Cecil and Rosa would be the 2 big gets, honestly, at this point in time. Get your White Mage with hit points and get your Paladin online. But yeah, you also 2 boss checks up there, so maybe you run into your Wyvern or your Baigan, so you get that out of the way. Possible shot that you get a Legend Sword or Baron Key up there too, so, you know, all good stuff, certainly.
A possibility that you run into your Tela to enable your grind.
Yeah, because with this comp, you would, I mean, there's no doubt that you want to do D machines. The big thing is that Bob Bree's going to have a level 10 Porum. We'll see if he decides to keep Porum dead as well with the Rydia. Maybe go see if he's going to try to keep a double sling in play and go up Zod immediately.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Find the Cecil up there, keep your Rydia and your Porum face down. Bob Bree is going to give us the K Bahamut check. Yeah, keep those 2 face down. Heck, even if you get Cecil and a decent axe, I guess that means Mac Giants could still be a thing.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't run into any, like, giant protective gear, so, like, no tiaras, no, the big one being Zeus Gauntlet, of course. It's a Lunar Sparkle.
Yep, he saved, right? He's just gonna go
He's
take
safe
a peek.
outside. He's gonna face check this. He's gonna...
I would absolutely face check this. Why not?
What does his face say? Well, he knows he's got to kill D-Lunars later, so I guess he's going to want to camp on at least one of his Star Veils for sure.
Yeah, that's not a fun... Well, actually, I'm not sure, honestly, because if you find that Cecil, you find that Holy Sword, that place has no real actual magic attack to speak of. You could just power overwhelming it with a Holy Sword.
Virus has a good base multiplier on it, so you have to be a little aware of that, but yeah, like with a White Mage and a Cecil... Yeah, you could probably just Zerk up Cecil and then just maul it. It'd probably be fine.
Of course, we still need to find said Cecil, but I mean, or it's just post-grind, you bring a Palom and a Rydia, both who know at least Quake or Fire 3, and, well, that's fun too.
But yeah, Bob Bree returns to Earth here. Going to do a little bit of shopping setup here. Decker is going to skip Baron in, which we know is Rydia, but is going to go... Or did he did Baron in already? He's going to drop his Magma Key and leave Zot behind.
Actually, I think you were right the first time. I don't think he's actually done that Baron in yet.
Oh, he'd have Rydia. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I totally am taking notes.
No, either way. I mean, to be fair, if you're playing on Slingshot shotting her anyway, find her. I mean, just leaving her there, and it isn't the worst idea in the world here. We did find the Ether 2s up in the pass shop, so hey, that's nice.
Yeah, Bob Bree's gonna ditch Fabul here. Is gonna try. He's still dreaming of a single dip of a single dip like Pan and Underworld access, but we know where the Magma Key is.
Look, I mean, hashtag faithful is a thing, but sometimes you just want that XP out of that slot.
I mean, on the flip side of the coin, hashtag I want a Paladin is still in full effect here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Decker goes underground. Decker is gonna pop a siren. Hey, this is exactly what you said he was gonna do.
I mean, it's still quite a good idea here. We get a Quack Kid online. We get Porum, who is slightly closer to Cure 3, but more importantly, I do have a little bit of a personal metric here. When I am ready to go do Dwarf Castle here comes the stop from Palom. But generally, if I have a party like this, it's does my Quack Kid actually know Quake? And usually that's about where I think I'm good to go.
Yeah, I mean, you do need that power to shake the heavens, so we'll see how that goes.
Also, it's really easy to back row that Sid so far, so...
Yeah, you can equip bows. There's Quake. So Quack Kid's online for Decker. Lord Bob Bree putting both of his Squishy Mages in the front. I believe that is with intent to remove them from the battlefield as quickly as possible, so that he can continue holding onto his double sling. Here's Pale Dim. Probably not the best boss to see here.
Not the best, not the worst. Unfortunately, Palom is just short of Virus, which you really kind of want for this Pale Dim fight. And that Earth Hammer really isn't doing Sid any favors either, so yeah, definitely annoying, but not really going to pose a huge threat here. Got a full moon, so Dakar is ready to back row that edge now.
Yeah, this is a mild nuisance, but it's gonna be slow, especially if you're taking those 9 damage swings with Palom here. That's just gonna reduce your efficiency because of the extra slows coming out. So you gotta be a little aware of that fact that this is probably just an edge fight. Everybody else is lovingly not contributing. Maybe you dart, like, I know we had a shuriken, so maybe you just lob a couple of darts at this just to speed it up.
Yeah, doing 903 to I believe a cumulative roughly around I want to say 8,000 hit points here.
I always use 9,000 as my rough number, just because it's like, I like to overestimate a little bit because I don't remember exactly, but 8 to 9,000 hit points is a lot.
Yeah, 9,000 actually sounds a little bit closer here, but yeah, again with that that ninja shirt, strength ring, Pale Dim really isn't going to hurt Edge is the thing.
Yeah, that one siren though is really going to pay off for Decker once he decidedly sees this Pale Dim and sees that he has a Quake Kid with Virus and Quake and is just going to have a lot more DPS for this particular fight.
Yeah, I actually believe that Porum was upright and probably should have Berserk as well, which is going to be also fairly huge here, but yeah, it's something to be said. Yes, I mean, I love a good slingshotted Black Mage, but sometimes you do have to weigh that against the consequences of leaving them face down in the early game and kind of stymieing their growth, at least at the beginning.
Yeah, but Bob Bree does get through this just fine, so is going to go ahead and take this down, get those levels on his kid. Again, still on a double sling, possibly. That gets really interesting if you find Tella here, right? Do you, add on Tella? Because if you find Cecil's level 1 and you need to make sure he survives the fight, there's a lot of consideration here, so we'll see how this plays out.
I would say if I find exactly Cecil and Tella, I'm probably binning Sid. And that's a hard one, actually, here.
Well, we are halfway to finding out the answer to that question, because it's the old man. It's the all-you-can-eat D-Machine buffet on the table.
And I would be surprised if both of our runners did not immediately beeline this giant here. Maybe Dakar wants to check out that Baron and just see if it's somebody slingshotable. I'm fairly certain, though, that Sid is probably not long for this party, and, well, that's a superior white mage.
Yeah, I guess Porum is probably history as well here, as it is Bay Day, it looks like.
Yeah, that was probably one of the best, and yep, there goes Sid. Taking this Earth Hammer, and there goes Porum. And actually, that's, what is the average party level here with Edge probably at 26? Well, I mean, you have been leveling your Quake kids, so it's Rosa and Rydia looking, oh, hi, that's required as well.
Oh yeah, we love to see this. We do need to kill this Rosa for Bob Bree at least. I'm pretty sure that Decker will also be attempting to remove his Rosa from battle efficiently as well. There's dead Tella, which is fine, I guess. This is actually hitting real hard.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking. It looks like Baigen might just oblige our party by doing it for us. There, Rosa could get there by herself,
Oh yeah,
but
that vampire does 512 damage. This spot's magic output is spectacular. It's one of the highest magic output spots in the game because of Volvalis having a status effect. So we need to kill this Baigen like with this swing and then kill the other arm with the next swing, or or Edge is dead. Edge is probably just dead here.
yeah, if it's not vampire, it's explode at this point. Unless you got a cure 3 sitting there. Oh nope, there's vampire, and oh my.
He went back and safety saved. So
Yes.
he's not going to lose that time, but he's got to continue to rearrange here. This is where Edge is your anchor plus a low party level otherwise is really frightening. Quake is going to do a lot of work on this fight.
Of interest, Dakar has turned down the Tella.
Maybe he's on team I'm going to steal Sirens because I've got Edge. I mean, that's a play. I like that.
Yeah, that's kind of exactly what I'm thinking here, and you're going to see the power of Quake and Berserk here is really going to take no prisoners here, and honestly, Dakar's going to be deposited back outside Baron, and we'll probably jump into that Baron in, I would guess. This is definitely a routing thing. Goes in. At that point, do you, Ben Sid, take the Rydia and go for Caster's Appeal here?
I mean, you can. It's a little rough with Edge as your anchor for later fights, but it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, especially with Valvalus already off the board.
Yeah, it feels a little suboptimal, but it's kind of what we got at this point.
Well, Dakar is through, does collect objective 5 here, and is going to get a key item and being whisked away over to Baron here. I mean, it does feel greedy having a Edge and a full Reflect comp, but I kind of like it, actually.
I mean, you've got all your options. You've got the Musica. You've got the Twin Harp in hand as well. Edge can just do the Twin Harp here. This fight's going a little bit better this time around for Bob Bree because he is concentrating heavy fire on that rear arm every time it shows up because he doesn't want any part of that action right now.
Meanwhile, Dakar, as predicted, jumps into that Baron in here. Is gonna find Odin. Is going to find. I can't even remember what the second boss was, other than that he's going to have no problems with it whatsoever.
It's Mylinzy.
Yes, it is. But even if you're Dakar and planning on this Siren grind, you have actually just so much power already in this party that you don't even need to take your Siren grind just yet. You can potentially sit on having 10 key items here. Meanwhile, Baigen does go down. Here comes a virus, so even if that back arm does get an explode off, everything's going to be fine.
Yeah, 500 damage is pretty insignificant to a 600 hit point Edge, so he's through. The business end of the business is complete there for Bob Bray as well. Both runners have Baigen down and have the Earth Crystal finished. Both of them taking a slightly different angle on how they want to build their party. Decker's like, Rydia, God, she's such a bad character. I'm out of here.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting seeing the dueling grind here. Now with Bob Bree having that Tella now, I would guess that the next play for Lord Bobbery would immediately be going to boarding the Giant and taking that team to real ultimate power.
The time to grind is now!
So the question is here, just how much of a lead in exploration and objectives and things does Dakar find in the meantime?
Well, Bopri looks like is going into Troy. I think he saw Ethers here earlier. Decker's gonna find Bahamut in spot 1 here, as he is still interested in changing his character composition. I.e., he's just like, yo, baby Cecil's still out there.
Yeah, it's about the only one I take anymore right now, but... I mean, with all this talk about reflex strats, we have been kind of still with the whole, the one, the Holy Swords, and Reckless Charlie does bring it up that we did see Mega Sisters actually on the preview up in Zot, so we do know that that's actually a real great place for the Mega Sisters, just because it's going to take Golbez's magic power, which is not great there. Let's just say that.
It's like 2.
2.5 maybe.
That's on the scale of 1 to 20, by the way.
Oh,
Look,
okay,
I don't.
fine.
Like, I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm making something up here. I apologize, but yes, like on a scale of like 1 to 10, the magic power in the next spot is like 1.
Look, Golbez just wanted to show off his floating hand trick and kind of just, I don't even really care. I'll just get Kane to steal this thing later. And then just took it himself anyway.
Yeah, Bob Bree on his way to the back of the giant here because, obviously, he's got to get his levels, and this is how he's decided he's going to do it. Another Rydia pops up, so Rydia, who is not Cecil, is not going to join this party.
Little unfortunate there, but totally get it. Anyway, these are Mega Sisters, and I'm pretty sure Palom has been second in the order for some time, and yep, here's Quake.
Yeah, Mute Knife's Mindy just because he can, and then that's that for that, I guess.
So the big question is, I know people have been talking about it, and to be fair, I still hate D-Machine math. At a straight from level 1, how many D-Machines does it take to get Rydia to nuke from start?
Many. I just basically wing it. There's a spreadsheet for that, and I don't use it.
I mean, to be fair, this is my nightmare seed. I am still on team. Why am I doing this again?
Have you considered stealing Sirens?
Oh, I love stealing Sirens.
I love stealing Sirens too. Well, Rat Tail turn in here for Decker as there is the hook as well. So he's on key item number 7 right now.
Yeah, I love this. We still do have an impending Fate March freebie and a Sheila 1 at least on the table here.
Yeah, we've got 3 freebies on the board right now, Fate March. You've got Sheila 1, we've got the Rat Tail turn in on the table. Harp is pretty free with this edge.
Yep. And after that, we'll decide. Oh, that's a shop. Ninja hats, ninja shirts, tiaras. A good thing's on sale there.
I mean, I would certainly love to purchase a couple of tiaras for this group, honestly, but armor lets you short your grind a little bit. For Rosa, you can go to like 2,000 safely instead of really worrying about going to like 22-ish. But we're kind of on mage strat, so I guess you're going to go 22-ish anyway, because you got to get out to 52.
Yeah, and anyway, here we are. We are summoning up we're actually going straight to the hovercraft. Dekar did not prime Sheila 1. Oh, gonna check our waterfall bosses. He has not done that yet.
Yep, Bob Bree found the fight he wants, so handling his grind now. He's starting to fight the Searcher Beamer. Once the 2 Beamers are down, you can start tapping the Searcher. It'll make D-Machines pop out, and once you have the D-Machines popping out, you can cast Weak on a D-Machine to reduce its health to less than 10, and then bop it once to turn it into experience points.
All the while, the freshly spawned D-Machine is trying to cook your party about 350 degrees by spamming fire.
Which thankfully only does percentage health damage, so that's not so scary because, you can heal your party with your white mages and your items. On the flip side of the coin, if you accidentally hit the D-Machine without hitting the weak first, the D-Machine will counter with a melee that, okay, D-Machines, they hit like trucks. It's like getting run over by a D-Machine.
Now I want to put wheels on a D-Machine.
Vroom vroom.
Oh, that's a Sand Ruby, so the Cecil Dream is still alive here.
key item number 8 as well, so we are closing in on the big 1-0. You can also check the hook character if you're real desperate for some pally power here.
And Dakar is picking up that hovercraft and going straight to Cave Eblin, so still has not given up on that Paladin dream, or just wants to see some shops here.
I want to believe that he is here for the dream of the Paladin. Gets another ninja sword for his troubles, though.
I mean, that's a pretty good runner-up, at least there. Double Ninja Sword Edge, I hear, is just a pretty good there. But is also diving equipment shops and does not find... Looking for a curse ring, maybe? With
Possibly.
Edge? Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, if you're on reflex strats like real hard, then yeah, you definitely almost need a cursed ring to make it kind of realistic.
Yep. Meanwhile, Bree has indeed found the fight that he wants, and the first of the D machines has fallen away here. More to come.
Yeah, Rosa with that bow is going to do immensely basically 0 damage here. Kane, who is like Cecil but with the betrayal complex, is not who you want here.
Dakar agrees, says, you and that turtle can stay right there.
No Sin Turtle. Now I'm sad.
Meanwhile, they look over from their game of poker and just say, what was that? And then just resume back to their card game.
I heard Rubicon's up like 2,000 gil at this point.
I mean, is the Legatel? Do we know this?
I mean, if it is, he's keeping it well hidden because he's taking everybody's money.
I mean, I do believe he would probably be the best poker player of the four there.
I mean, without a doubt.
Meanwhile, just a duplicate Rosa on the bed, so only Package, Baron, and the Giant are left in terms of possible Paladins on this seed. At this point, are we on Team Asuka? Are we selling an Excalibur, maybe?
I mean, the dream is pretty dead at this point. I mean, Bree will almost certainly use it as a dart, and Decker probably does as well.
Yeah.
We got plenty of money. We don't really need a ton of cash unless we really want to buy, like, 3 tiaras or something.
I mean, if that Legend Sword does show itself pretty quickly here, a trip over to Kokol's, great stuff, but slightly expensive is definitely not out of the question here.
Yeah, maybe see if you're selling Stardust Rods or Life Staves, potentially, for your mages.
Yeah, especially, given two ninja edges, I probably wouldn't even touch Mirasame's if they were in there.
So is the freebie here number 9? Oh, it is a Legend Sword. There it is. It's number 9.
Notwithstanding the fact that we have no idea what edge weapon this forge is going to be as well here. Wow, Ether 2s, Life Potions, and Cure 3s. All the curatives you could ever want in one easy shop there.
More importantly, that is objective number 3 located for Decker fully now, as he has already picked up his adamant rock off the top of the mountain.
The good news for that is almost impossible for Lord Bree to miss, because that was the Fate March freebie, and that's demist.
The Asura bonus round in play as well, as demist is the queen now. This is how this works.
That is exactly how that works, and we're not approaching that royal throne yet. I mean, with 2 white mages here, or actually, well, 2 sources of blink. Well, no, Tella's gone too. No, yeah, 2 white mages here. You 2 silence saves. That's a good idea there. But yeah, 2 sources of blink will get you there eventually. But again, way long a fight here, and hey, we got a forge to put in anyway, so.
Yeah, we'll see if Decker's not going to go set up Sheila 1 either here. He's going to go straight to the Forge, and we'll see if his decided play is like, remember to check Sheila 1 and then Keyless Tower searching for 10, and then do Sirens.
I mean, that would be completely ideal. I mean, just having your 10 key items set up even before you set foot in the tower. Dakar doing the correct thing and robbing the old man blind, because that is what we do in Free Enterprise.
I mean, this is a JRPG, right?
Yep. Ooh, got the Sasuke knife.
I see we have gotten the weapon of choice here. There are Zeus gauntlets for sale. We'll see what he decides to do with this inventory here.
Yeah, Zeus gauntlets. I mean, really only. I mean, yeah, I guess you do get to sell the one of the ninja swords with that. Power shirt, Zeus gauntlets. Did just go for the power shirt. Does have a strength ring, so I get that here. But
No, I wanted to slide the black belt down onto Sid as well.
yeah.
That sense it'll give him some armor, but more importantly at this point in time, yeah, the Sasuke's is the weapon of choice for Edge here for sure.
Yeah, I have drawn the other one with him, which is actually a really nice weapon as well. Only I believe it gives Edge even more agility. I believe.
Yeah, it's the throwable, and it gives him back row glitch and like 1 billion agility roughly.
I do not know versus Masamune. I just know they're both Sasuke and Sunrise. No, I was talking about the third one, because doesn't he have like the there was another katana, I believe.
I'm looking it up. I got it. Don't worry. I got the info. Sasuke's katana is plus 30 damage. It's also plus 10 agility, plus 10 stamina, so it is more agility than Masamune. Doesn't add strength, but it just has 30 more attack power. The Mitsuno Kame is 10 strength and spirit. It is not agility. It is 100 base damage, so it is slightly better, and you can use it for blink as well.
Ah, that was what I was thinking of there.
Yeah, Rising Sun is only 85 damage, so it's the lowest damage item, and it gives you 10 agility.
But it also gives you a free pass to the back row in case you haven't found one yet.
Got a box.
Got a box.
Got a box.
And more importantly, that's a 10 key item box. That is I don't even care. I have better than Hanzo's steel for my edge, or is this Hanzo's forgotten steel here?
I think it's Hanzo's high speed pickpocketing of alert at this point in time.
Yeah. I mean, it's strange that we say we don't even care if Cecil's at the box, yet Dakar is going to check the box.
Is the dream alive? No.
No,
dream's
wow.
dead.
Dream is completely dead.
Got a paladin sword minute 1, and Cecil's like, "Hey Rosa, take over. I'm on vacation."
Yeah. Cecil and Young went for guys' night out here.
Big chillin' in Baron, I guess.
I mean, probably vacationing to yeah. We'll say Fu invited them out.
Yeah, that's fair. Just hanging out, having a good time.
Meanwhile, the kind of question comes up is just how fast does Lord Bob Bree actually get some of this stuff done with after this grind? Because the thing is, the big thing is Dakar here has not hit any sort of roadblock whatsoever. Dakar has been going absolute full speed here, so it just kind of comes down to how fast the grind goes. And 10 key item Siren grind, especially with that Sasuke knife, I'm pretty sure that and a power shirt and a strength ring means Edge is probably one-shotting eggs from the word go.
Yeah, absolutely. He probably only needs like maybe a dozen sirens as well. So I mean, he can also maybe use one to get a silk web. Like he's got options for sure here. Options for days, in fact. He's gonna check what's at the top of the tower here. It is Evil Wall, and he's just gonna go ahead and reset out of it. he is not interested. He is face checking the boss.
Interesting. So he is looking for exactly Wyvern and is just now coming back for that. So I'm going to guess that Dekar's next move here is just going to be saying, I don't care about that D-Mist. I don't care about anything else. I'm just going to go straight to the moon.
Yeah, and just face check his way through the moon potentially here. I mean, the big thing is that the big thing is that like that does open up a situation for Bob Bree where if he goes down to check the, because he hasn't done Fabul yet either, so Bob Bree still needs to get his underground access. If he gets his underground access at Fabul, decides to dip under, sees that what's it called, Mist Dragon with like nuke and level 50 party members, and just decides to just blow it away. It could be if it's Baron Key Wyvern, then Dekar's in trouble.
Oh yeah, and again, the post-giant grind is absolutely the place where you want to come in and hit that D-Mist, because you're pretty certain if your opponent didn't, that's probably exactly what's going to happen, and there is almost no faster way to kill a D-Mist than shoving it in the microwave a few times.
Yeah, apparently it disperses the water molecules really efficiently, so that it causes them to vibrate really fast, but instead of going to mist form, it just explodes. That's right, you weren't expecting science tonight, were you?
There are many things I was not expecting tonight, and that was absolutely one of them. Anyway, I do kind of wonder if we're going to get like a cabin here from... well, actually, don't even need a cabin. Probably just save, and why not check the boss on your way out?
I mean, you might as well. If it's Wyvern, then that's just obviously pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
Gonna drop a save and give it a face check. Who you got? Oh no. No way. No.
Oh my. Oh
No.
my. Is it here?
Oh, it's an eyeball.
Just a plague.
Bob Bree kind of needed that one, honestly, but hey. He's gonna reset out, and I guess he's gonna skip out of here real quick.
And then realizes that Rydia still only has 10 MP, and Warp would be better suited on the Tello right now. And actually isn't going very many places with that Warp there. I can't remember exactly where Warp starts putting you here, but oh yeah, apparently I guess if you walk into that room, oh no, Bob Bree has entered a warp singularity here, where he is basically warping between the Elements room and the D Machine room here. Oh no, there you go. I almost feel like it would have been faster to walk out at that point.
It's fine. It's hiking out now. Dekar has started to scramble some eggs here, 68 grand at a time. So.
Yeah, and Edge at probably what, level 30, 32-ish is already doing 2,500 damage without even Berserk. So yeah, that's we're going to speed scramble these eggs here.
Yeah, he grabbed looks like 14 or 15 sirens, but yeah, it looks like he is gonna go ahead and just jam as many eggs into. I mean, if they're hard boiled, they're gonna cut real clean, right?
I mean, do they even need to be hard boiled for him at this point?
He is a ninja.
Yeah, he is a ninja, yes. But Bob Bree is back on Earth, and again, like I said, had not done Fabul, might actually peak that Twin Harp, because honestly, I don't see Dekar going for that Twin Harp either. I see Dekar going straight for the moon after this.
Yeah, this is face check. This is face check plan for sure. So he's basically gonna just try and just jam out and face check until he finds Wyvern. We know it's not at the first spot on the Giant either, sadly for Bob Bree, but good for Dekar. So that's not a check he's likely to make until last anyhow.
How insane would that have been just to see Wyvern at the 65,000 hit point slot? Because he's a pain to deal with right there already.
Like, I think the only efficient time I've seen him dealt with there is it with like Artie Bow, Artie Arrows, and then you just like Zerka Rosa and just let her charge through it. But like dragon killing gear is hard to get your hands on, honestly.
Yeah, ever since Artie Arrows got bumped up to tier 7, we have seen quite a lot fewer of them.
Yeah, but it was really good for the health of the game, honestly.
Yeah, it was, I agree, but sometimes you just, I mean, it made your gold dragons free and all that other stuff, and I totally get it, but I do miss them sometimes.
Sometimes you just want nice things, I get that.
Anyway, how many Siren? 8 more for Dakar. I see him going through 7 of those, maybe even less here, and then just picking up that Silk Web or a couple Silk Webs, honestly. With this team, just dropping a double strength slow on everything you can here. I would actually pick up a few extra Silk Webs with Edge being as he is.
Yeah, not the worst idea, certainly. Better to be safe and all that.
But, I mean, again, with the speed that Dakar is making this grind here, it does unfortunately put Bob Bree behind the 8 ball unless one of these checks that Dakar makes here. I mean, unless we bury Wyvern somewhere real obnoxious like at CPU or KQE or, you know, one of those nice places, or even behind that package that he's not checking. It's gonna be Bob Bree's one of his outs there here. Because it does kind of feel like Dakar was far more efficient with the time as opposed to that D machine here.
Yeah, 10 key item grinding versus not 10 key item grinding, it almost does. It certainly doesn't matter. 10 key item grinding is almost always going to be twice as fast. Okay, all right, fine. I didn't want to do that.
We do math here, apparently.
Free Enterprise, we've got speedruns and math live on Twitch.
We do as of sometime. I'm not even gonna put a time to that now. Anyway, Bob Bree about to get the wonderful news of, hey, there's a legend sword here. And
Legend
then
Sword of Legends.
And then we're going to see if Demas is a thing that Bob Bree stops to do, and I mean, I totally would.
Yeah, I mean, white really is garbage for the fight, but we've got Nuke, we've got Edge. Like, we can't really pump out too much damage here, but we can make it work.
Yeah, I mean, we've got Nuke, we got more Nuke, and it's honestly, this is still the fastest you're going to do. And yeah, you silence staves, and yep, picks one up for Rosa at least.
More Nuke is my favorite spell, by the way.
More Nuke, but not most Nuke, or is that too many Dragon Warriors ahead?
That's in like Dragon Warrior 11, and that's cool. So Bob Bree though is like, hey, do you got the like? Miss Dragon's like, yo, do you got the bravery for this? And you're like, yeah.
And Dakar only does pick up the one Soak Web and is out.
It's time to check with his face.
Yep, and unfortunately, this D-Mist here is Rosa queuing up a white.
Yeah, D-Mist actually absorbs Holy Elemental spells, so that's actually not good, but the good news is that D-Mist has decided to very, very nicely get out of the way.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of think that's a little bit of nerves here, but anyway, Dakar touches down in front of K Bahamut, and I'm gonna feel a little bit sorry for this turtle here. Although this turtle with this edge and a dagger like that and a grind is actually going to be a light speed turtle, honestly. The HP at Asura, I want to say, is in the ballpark of... actually, I want to say it was like close to about 32k, but I could be completely wrong on that. Also, I'm wondering if we landed just short of nuke on Palom there, and we only have Rydia to sling those nukes here.
Yeah, there was Quake casting from Bob Bree there because there was no sling, so... What do we got? This dragon gives us a defense sword, which would be great if we had that taken that cane or something, I guess. But more importantly, would be the key item checkup on the overworld. We know
And,
this is D-Lunars back here.
Yeah, and at least a dart in Edge's pocket here. Not completely useless.
And Decker is gonna decide to say, "Look, I know this spot's got Garbo for magic power. I'm just gonna let it rock here."
Which I totally, completely agree with there. Yeah, and wow, even with that ninja stuff. Oh, okay. I'm like, wait a minute, it just hit Edge for like 100 some, and then it just punched Rosa for like 2,300.
Yeah, I mean, Edge is back road with like a big pile of armor, and Rosa is in the front row without a big pile of armor.
Bree does forge, but unfortunately, more importantly, does not rob the old man. So I'm kind of sad at that.
I mean, look, you don't have to rob the old man. It's fine.
And then does see the shop of strange and wonderful things in the Kokol shop here, and says, "Take my everything." Or at least part of this everything is still keeping. Nope, the Young Dream is dead at least, but does still have that X-Gal.
And you can't. For some reason, you can't throw a cat claw.
I mean, I kind of get that. Cat Claw looks a little unwieldy to throw, right?
Yeah. The big problem with Decker right now is that his edge did get blasted pretty hard, so did drop. The damage is still flowing. The viruses, again, they've got a good enough multiplier, but the wall is down. So now the viruses are just gonna, because of the low magic power in this spot, the walls have fallen off, and now it's just time to have these D-Lunars help you out a little bit so you can get through the end of the fight.
Yeah, I was a little worried there. Had just rezzed Edge there and queued up the Berserk immediately. Fortunately, Edge's turn did come back around there. Yeah, that Mimic Glitch can actually happen outside the Zeromus fight, even though that's the most common place for it to hit there. And Edge staring off into space instead of doing 6,000 damage a swing is not ideal.
Yeah, but Decker's through, so there's objective number 2 in the books here. Gets a ribbon helm for his troubles. So it's always nice to find. Bob Bree catching up on the underworld here. Gonna go ahead and say hi to Bahamut here and probably say goodbye to him just as fast. And Decker's probably gonna go ahead and drop a save and then just start running through these locations in the underground, hoping and praying and chanting for Wyvern to show up and party.
Yep, and with all that, with nearly 1,900 hit points on that Porum and all that nice stuff, I'm not even worried about her taking a max, or at least a full power Big Bang at this point. But we are at least in the moment of truth in terms of boss checks here, because Bob Bree has to dodge 5 slots worth of bosses here, and hope that none of them are the Space Dragon here.
Maybe Wyvern's hanging out at his vanilla spot. She hasn't left. She's just hanging out, big chillin'.
Well, I mean, a turtle moved in. Oh, I mean, oh yeah. We're talking about Wyvern, not Bahamut.
Yeah, no, maybe she just likes her home altar, just hanging out on the Crystal Sword altar, big chillin'.
Yeah.
Slumming it.
Still might have forgotten how to do the whole Mega Nuke thing, unless the summon reminds her how to do it, though.
Don't teach Wyvern how to do Mega Nuke. That's bad for your party usually.
I mean, I wonder how that works. It's like with the Switch Burn, it's like, oh man, I forgot what I was gonna do, and then it sees this Chocobo walk up to it, and it's just like, oh yeah, that's it.
Decker's taken fights though. Decker has decided that Edge with the Sasuke's and the Ninja Sword, Zeus Gauntlet, or whatever he's got. He's just geared to the teeth. Get a power shirt. I forget. Is going to be more than enough to actually fight fights down here.
I mean, I get it. If just because a pass is still a little bit of a time win here, and your other objective is still just unlock the sewer with the Baron key. So Yeah, you dunk a Baron Key and you're still in good here. Does look like Bob Bree is going up to check this Demus, so moment of truth here, at least one of the checks that Dakar left on the overworld. Is this a Baron Key?
Well, we're going to get 2 looks here because Decker's going to get a look as well in just a moment. And for Bob Bree, it is a Spoon Dagger. Decker gets the better end of this one, I think. That is the pan. It's only 1 check at this point in time because the Sylphs are a summon spot. But that's 1 item closer to finding a Baron Key.
Yes, it is. Unfortunately for Bob Bree, that's a rather major zonk, even if he doesn't know it as much here. But is gonna roll over. Yeah, never did turn in that rat tail either, so gonna summon up a hovercraft, get that done. And actually, why did I say Turtle? Because Turtle was down playing cards with Kane. I'm mixing up my seeds in my head already, and I have not even played a seed today.
Sometimes you get that overlap anyway. It happens. But Bob Bree is going to pop the wagon here. He's going to go ahead and get his box from the kids with that rat tail at this point in time. He's also going to check the waterfall finally, find out that it's just this is what Assura taken. Or no, this was Baron's, or this was Baron Guards chilling. They moved the Baron showers over to the waterfall for some reason. I don't know why.
I mean, a waterfall does sound a little more cost efficient there.
It is relaxing too, but yeah, Bob Bree gonna check out this rat tail. We're gonna find out that it is a whole lot of the 0 here. Also, it's gonna be his 10th key item, which I guess might be a little frustrating, but you know, nature of the game, I guess. He still has a harp. Harp is still. I'm sorry, that was Sand Ruby. Harp is still in play here.
Harp is still in play here and is definitely a major check that's left over here. Top of Tower is also still in play. But I also don't see much in the way that's going to give Dakar pause here. And did you want more grind? Because here's some more grind here with just Dark Imps that are going to be worth a cool 200,000 XP to go along with that grind you've already done. And now there's statues, and unfortunately, Bob Bree is doing the one thing that, unfortunately, is probably not good, is heading to the moon. Leaving the Twin Harp and the Top of Tower there. Just some nice gear. Not what you want to find in the Ribbon Room, just a power shirt and an Artemis bow.
Yeah, no items, but hey, Artemis bow helps a lot because you can strap it to one of your mages at the start of the Zeromus fight, and while it will nerf their spell casting, it will give them viable agility. Bob Bree has just decided to go straight up to the moon, and Decker is gonna bail out of the gauntlet at White Spear Altar.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely a gauntlet at the White Spear Altar. I mean, to be fair, Dakar still has that Sid, and an Artibo is wonderful in Sid's hands as well.
Yeah, this is true. It does make him a very viable character for sure.
Unfortunately, the gauntlet was not a couple steps over here in the Ogopogo slot, but what is in the Ogopogo slot here? Well, it's Quakeable.
It is Dancing Dolls.
Yes. Now, I don't think a single Quake's actually going to get you there, and might put you in danger of finding Big Doll here, actually. Oh, but you have a very high hit point Sid with a Blizzard item that is totally ready to clean up. Never mind.
Yeah, what a wild use of a late game Blizzard to just all of a sudden drop like 2,500 damage. It's not an item; it's a blank.
Yeah, that's three. We found a pan and 3 blanks on the moon. That's Top of Tower and Twin Harp are looming at this point. this out and trying to figure out what other blanks were in the seed here and if we found them all.
I'm unsure at this point in time, but we still have a pan floating at this point in time. We still have a Twin Heart floating at this point in time, so we do have 2 Earth checks now floating.
True. Unfortunately, this fight not going well for Bob Bree here, as it looks like might have killed one and invited just a few too many flame counters here. Does get Rosa up, does get a cure 4, so is slowly getting back into the fight here.
Hey, it's behind that pan. Unless this is Baron Key, but it's King Queen Evelyn at the Crystal Sword altar. Big chillin'. King and Queen.
So, Wyvern, hide and seek champion of the seed here. Meanwhile, Bob Bree is done with the D-Lunars here, is going to get that Objective 2 lit here, is going to pick up that ribbon, and Dekar is tired of waiting and is just firing up the nuke engine here on the King, and once the King is gone, the Queen just decides to up and leave.
Yeah, just safer that way. What's behind this free boss? More checks, more possibilities.
More checks, tower key, and I mean that's a big neon sign to me saying, "Hey, I think I'm just gonna go this way," and I'm even gonna go that way before I turn to the pan, honestly. But
It's
the
a
one
pretty
thing
quick check.
is, yeah, we Dekar is leaving that alt gauntlet alone.
But yeah, Bob Bree's also top-down clearing this, so he is, at an hour, probably doesn't feel too bad about his time at this point either, but is going to go ahead and quick dash over to the top here, and also clear top-down. Dekker's going to run up and do... Dekker floated the top of the tower, by the way. He left the evil wall up here as well, so that's actually a floating spot as well. Neither runner's done it yet.
Yes, yeah, that's what I'm figured there, and now the question is, with baiting on evil wall, does Dekar just lay into that and do the Penguinator here, or is this saving on the 4th floor here? Oh, might just be face checking for Wyvern.
Checking it with the face. What do we got? It's leg. Just Rubicante here, manning the cannon himself, doing the hard work.
Unfortunately, in a rather ironic turn of events here, Edge was the one showing Rubicon how today. Because I'm pretty sure that basic attack still did more than that glare in that cutscene. Oh, but Dekar does have the save on the 4th floor and is walking it straight out. Still wants nothing to do with that evil wall up top here. And Bob Bree is exiting after nabbing that pan.
Oh, he's gambling, rolling them bones.
Which, to be fair, even if Bob Bree doesn't know it, is exactly what he needs to be doing right now. So, hooray!
I mean, unless the key to the tower has the business here, because Dekker is gonna get an item right now.
Bree needs to dodge exactly a Baron key here, and we have
Exactly a Baron key here.
exactly a Baron key here. Wow. That's absolutely huge because all Dakar needs to do is walk up, unlock that door, and say, well, I didn't want to go here anyway, and is in go mode here. And does have massive amounts of levels here, so is going to just probably walk straight to that Zeromus fight here.
Yeah, jiggles the key in the lock and a crystal falls out into his hand. Very convenient. Don't even need to go down there and kill some bosses or check out what's there or see if there's a character. Maybe find Cecil, doesn't matter. It's all over now. Decker's got a crystal in hand. Bob Bree's going to go ahead and check this pan, which is a bit of a long check in these flags because it's a run down Sylph Cave, then run back up, and maybe he does Harp after this.
Yeah, and I mean, it could be Wyvern. We hope it's Wyvern if he does Harp after this here.
I mean, it is pretty slow, but it would be nice.
Is going with the Artie Bow on Rosa just to get her a little more speed heading into this fight. Just anything to let your mages, or anybody for that matter, keep up with your ninja here. And just not a team player still.
Edge definitely has a case of the zoomies. Like my cat, who's in my lap.
I believe Singadon is posing a question to chat and the rest of us here. Swag walk or nah? And with this party,
No. Oh God, no. There is not enough swag in the world at this point in time with this setup because so many things can go wrong.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, now Dakar did steal Silk Web, and that part is huge enough already. But this is definitely one of those points where you do, oh yeah, Bobry had not actually even turned in Sheila 1. Sheila 2, just a pink tail, unfortunately, and resets out.
Heads back up to the moon, where there are more bosses to kill.
Which, yeah, but we also have had our first sightings of flags and other things here in chat, and at the speed Dakar is moving, I believe we have, what is it, the 9th most important thing in Free Enterprise, or am I getting my order wrong here?
So number 10 is get rid of Edward from your party. Number 9 is but cute. Number 8 is get rid of Edward from your party. Number 7 is, okay, I can't really keep this going. Just get rid of Edward from your party, okay?
Well, we'll just say that was like 3 through 8.
Perfect. Number 2 is, how's your agility situation? And of course, number 1 is, of course, the most important question of them all. Whose butt are we gonna kick tonight?
Yeah, you know, I'm just kind of brought back to the April Fool's flags here, just because I remember the Kleptomania flag there, and everybody having a steal command, and I always like the question better of what's in Zeromus' pockets today.
I did one Kleptomania seed, and you know what he had in his pockets?
What did he have in his pockets?
Adamant armors.
Of course he did. Unfortunately, he decided not to put them on for whatever reason.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of adamant armors to cover Zeromus, though, is the problem.
Look, I mean, he's been on the moon for how long? He's been cooped up in the lunar subterrane. Just, you know, well, I mean, I guess he would have had to come back down to Earth, because technically the gnome in there, the mini over in the pink tails slot there, and Bob Bree is actually, oh no, Bob Bree's going in the gauntlet here. I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm like, why is Dakar going to? No, that's the wrong screen. Me.
Yeah, no, Bob Bree is gonna face check, is also I think in face checking mode here, but he's really in hard face checking mode and finds nothing to his liking with that gauntlet, which we know is not blocking anything that matters potentially, unless it's like Wyvern Luca key. He's gonna find these dark imps, which are way more to his liking. He's gonna try to turn them into bricks.
I feel like we as players have turned many dark imps into bricks here during our time in Free Enterprise. Where do they all go?
We sell them as garden gnomes.
Is this before or after we put the hats on them?
After.
Okay.
But yeah, Decker's rolling up. That Sid's got like 5,000 hit points. We've got 3 mages. So we've got some clean reflex strats here. Rosa had the Artemis bow on to start the fight, so Rosa's the character that he wants to make sure has the best of agility, and here we go.
Yeah, although with this party, I'm not even really worried about finding a, not even worried about hitting a full power Big Bang, and is berserking this edge here, so it's going to be full on hybrid, and just resetting us here. And you really don't want to push that button just yet, but here we are.
Yeah, this was done, I believe, for our friends at the No Reset Marathon. This is a Scala custom for them, so which is always really cool. Luff, who's a member of the tournament here, and a member of the community, I forget if he did the run or if he did commentary there, but yeah, that was a run they did a couple years back.
That sounds absolutely yeah. I mean, there is lore behind so many of these Z sprites that I still don't know to stay here that I wish I did sometimes.
Yeah, it rules. Scala does really good things for the community. Hey, we love you, Scala.
Yes.
But more importantly, Dekar, like you said, is in the full-on 100% hybrid mode here, reflecting spells off of Porum as well as zerking up Edge here to dish out an immense amount of damage in a hurry. You know, he's not interested necessarily in skipping the refill unless he gets lucky with spell timings here. But he's just letting it rip at this point in time.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing with a good reflex strat or hybrid strat in, yeah, here's the first Big Bang, and I believe like 3 spells have already been reflected here, so not a huge thing. The Silk Web has already been out. Those hit point tolls make me believe that some of these characters could actually take a second full power one. Maybe not that Sid, but I think it took the counter nuke. But
yes, it did catch the counter nuke, and I mean the armor's been really good this seed, so our party's pretty darn geared. But it looks like Dekar is going to just push through. It looks like we got the refill there because there's a big delay here, and he's just going to push at this point in time. I don't think he's interested in healing or stopping or doing anything other than just unloading everything he's got here. Lord Bob Bree is going to find this freebie up here at the White Spear altar and microwave the king and queen. Well, at least the king. The king is definitely getting microwaved. Does decide to cast a Cure 4 for safety here, just to be sure. Tops up at least 4 of the party members. The wall up on Porum is going to stop healing there, but is fine. Edge is doing Crystal Sword numbers. Let's be real. Edge has been swinging for 5k every swing.
Yeah, and I mean, we love these super smiths here, but I mean, for most physical characters, it basically asks them, do you want to be Cecil for a day?
It is good to be the king.
It is very good to be the king. Although to be fair, we have most of our party members do end up becoming royalty here anyway, but or are already. I mean, even Edward's a king at least down the line.
Yeah, but there's Big Bang number 2 finally for Dekar, which is going to be full power. Probably kills Porum, but that's probably irrelevant at this point in time.
Yeah, it might get Palom on a real high roll, but it'd have to be a super high. No, it's not even close.
Yeah, maybe you've got to throw out a heal here just to be safe so you don't die to Meteo, but that does not matter. Flashbang, crack, and boom. Let's get out of here. DekarSMASH. Smashing his way through this seed in an hour 16 and 33 seconds and eliminating Lord Bob Bree in the round of 32. And his punch as the 3 seed has unsurprisingly punched his ticket up to the round of 16.
And I believe at that ping we are joined by DekarSMASH. GG.
GG.
So real quick here, the first question and really the big divergence on the seed here was you went up Zot, and you both went up Zot roughly. There was not much delay there. Bob Bree had taken that Rydia and left her face down, was definitely playing for a slingshot. You decided, I have edge, I got some real power to this party. I'm just gonna just keep going, grab 10 items, grab some sirens, and go. And it definitely turned out to be probably the better play here. What was your reasoning behind it?
Well, to be honest, the one thing I was really looking for the whole seed was a Cecil to use that Excalibur. But of course, he was not appearing in the seed. Um, but you know, I just didn't feel like it was a great setup for a slingshot. I mean, you could have kept Rydia down and, you know, tried to set her up with one of them white mages and then do reflect strats. But that just makes me a little nervous with Edge as the anchor sometimes. So, the smoother path, I thought, if I could get to 10 key items, would be to just do Sirens. You don't even have to deal with Rydia, so you only need like 12 or so.
Yeah, and it definitely helped you out. And the thing I kind of like about it, and it kind of falls into that whole, hey, I have edge here, is, you know, he's got so much power to carry you through early and mid game that you really don't care too hard about it, because you can usually get to 10 key items by the time you actually face a serious challenge.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes these seeds force you to go up to the moon on like 6 key items or something like that, and it can be a little sketchy in that scenario, but the more typical situation is what we saw here.
Yep, and one last question before I hand it over to Demeron for some of these here. Both times you saw that evil wall on top of the tower, and both times you went to the tower, you said, nope, not touching this guy. What was behind that?
Well, the first time I was sort of in quasi face check mode. I mean, I knew there were still quite a few locations that I couldn't check or couldn't easily check. And I only needed one key item in the Baron key, so I wasn't 100% in face check mode. But I really didn't want to like get some rabbit hole item and then have to walk it out and follow it. And I was just hoping to find Wyvern on the moon and walk down, is what I was thinking at the time. And then the second time, it was kind of a, you know, I was starting to panic a little bit about, you know, is everything hidden behind one of the spots I left on the Earth? And I just wanted to chase the things I got from the moon, and that was the tower key.
And as Lord Bob Bree is showing us here, it was actually completely a dud on that evil wall, as only a samurai bow behind that evil wall. So definitely some good intuition there. Demeron, it's all yours here.
Well, I mean, this is a heck of a run. I always appreciate stealing sirens, and you went going for 10 key items is a really nice play here, because odds are good that it's gonna fall out unless there's like 3 things with chains on the moon. But let's forget this week. This week's over. You did it. You advanced. Who you want next week, Rybon or Scratch Dragon?
I guess if I had my pick, I would want to face Rybon. They're both really strong runners, so I don't think there's any real difference there. But I've sort of been following Rybon on the ladder and through the Pink Puff League, and watched a lot of his growth as a runner, and I think that would be a really great match.
All right, so extra motivation for Scratch Dragon, but thank you for the honesty on that one. I mean, what's been your preparation for this tournament at this point in time? You know, if you wanted to, somebody who, you know, was interested in for Enterprise, who wanted to make a big run in the next event, how did you get ready for this one?
I played a rather excessive number of seeds basically as soon as the flag set was announced, and then I did as many of the qualifiers as I could make. So I got a lot of familiarity with the way this flag set plays early on, and I think that helped a lot, especially during the qualifiers.
That makes a lot of sense. I'm excited to keep seeing you play, because you've been running through these seeds pretty well, and you've been playing like a potential champion here. So, you know, maybe you got a deep run in you. We shall certainly see.
Yeah, well, I thought this was probably my best seed played in the brackets at least. So hopefully I can keep it up.
Absolutely looking forward to it.
And
However,
real quick,
here on
while
the-
we're up, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Yeah, it's all yours.
Okay, it's all mine. Okay, yeah. Meanwhile, while we were talking, Lord Bobbery did end up hitting that tower key as well. It did come back to the moon and did turn on that Baron key, has the crystal, and is doing the moon dive right now. And we just saw the Berserk version of that, and I believe we're about to see the microwave version of Zeromus here. Probably gonna have a little bit of added chip damage here, but I would guess that most of Bobbery's offense is gonna come from 2 sources of nuke and 1 source of white here.
Maybe he flips that spoon at Zeromus to start, just to get started off as well.
That sounds like a plan to me. Flips a spoon. If things are still going a little slow, flips the next scowl, flips the defense sword. I mean, all sorts of darts there, and with that Sasuke knife, kind of hard to actually figure on throwing them, honestly.
Absolutely. It'll be a real interesting fight. Again, high agility anchor reflex strats are a bit of a pain.
Yeah, I was actually asked something like that almost, I believe in round 1 there. I had Possum actually asking me that after the seed there, because we had the same exact situation, at least, in terms of here's an edge, here's a pile of casters. Do you want to dive into those hard reflex strats for Z?
Probably not, but here we are. I'm going to do it anyway. Of course, while we are taking the second walk down to the bottom, you know, we should probably throw some love the way of our restreamer Psychonaut and Reckless Charlie handling the tracking tonight. They're great. Obviously, the Free Enterprise restream team, best restream team in the business. They're all wonderful, wonderful people. So, you know, you should show them some love. Show these runners some love as well with the follow. You know, they both stream and they're both great. Follow Nightdew because he's in the top 16 of this tournament also. He's good at this game. I mean, you could follow me too, but I stream like once a week now.
I mean, I enjoy watching, but you know.
Look, it's a really good once a week, I'll tell you that.
It is. But yeah, again, another shout out while you're doing that there to not only them, but just all the people that run this, so that we get to just talk fun things while we are watching these races here. I always like thanking everybody, admins, behind the scenes, everybody. You all rock.
Shoutouts over, butt kicking commences in a minute here.
You know, I was all ready for like some kind of low level stuff where, you know, I was gonna try to flip the script honestly and say whose butts, you know, what butt is Zeromus going to kick with this time. Unfortunately, both parties are kind of showing up with some sort of real ultimate power here, and unfortunately, that it does not bode well for our friend with the butt.
Yeah, levels versus butt is usually a pretty good challenge, but, you know, we've got a ton of levels, so we should be fine.
I mean, to be fair, Zeromus has collected quite a few wins there. I mean, not the easiest final boss in the world here, but yeah, again, with the kind of power that these parties are rocking, that Rosa has 3,100 hit points there.
Rose has been, I believe the word that we're looking for is lifting.
Yeah. I mean, she's at the point where she probably lost off a counter nuke and a Big Bang at this point.
Seems likely.
But anyway, here we go. We are jumping right into the nuclear phase here. Reflect is up on Palom. Nuclears are already going off here, and I actually looked away for a moment. I'm going to guess that Edge is not berserked. Nope, there he is, and he's actually just straight up passing turns there. Not even Gonna count on the mages to do everything here. This fight says, I've done enough. The rest of you have this, right?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. I do like having Edge flip the dart in at least to get a little bit of extra damage in. You figure that with 3 spellcasters at these levels, you probably need, 9 casts at 7,000 to do 63k. 61k gets you the kill. So a dart, like a darted spoon or a darted Excalibur, saves you a couple of low rolls, or easily pushes you to 8 rolls to finish. So if you're counting and doing your math right, you can get yourself down to maybe needing to only do 7 casts to finish the fight off, which could be a lot safer.
Yeah, or even like if you lob the Excalibur first there, and you do your math right one more time there, you can actually also just time it so that that spoon could actually be your last throw, because as long as it does fatal damage, he'll still never see the refill.
Yeah, this is why this is a bit of an advanced strategy. You can see right there that roll is 6k, and if you're rolling only 6ks with your damage spells, you end up needing 10 to 11 to get the kill, and so the math gets kind of sketchy at that point in time, and you always want to make sure. It is important when you're doing reflex strats to kill Zeromus as fast as possible, because things can get sketchy real fast.
Yeah, you the whole point of reflex spell, and we do see a Cure 4 actually coming out here, is the last thing you want to see on a reflect kill is a second Big Bang. And unfortunately, that might be the case here. Oh no, that's a fallen off Starveil, and Palom unfortunately taking 7,000 damage there.
Is Palom gonna be okay?
I don't know what happens when you shove a kid inside a microwave.
We can't say that on the air. That's not
true.
cool.
Yes, I will redact that statement.
All right, statement redacted. Moving on.
Unfortunately, Zeromus gets into the microwaving as well here, and does the same with the ninja here. Did get the nuke there before that happened, but I believe that Cure 4 was single targeted onto that edge there, so is just gonna throw the Starveil up on Rydia here. Might be looking to just try and nope, there's a black hole, so there goes that Starveil. Now, to be fair, full hit points, both of these two, I'm pretty sure with at least some sort of gear, should be able, with the amount of hit points they have, should be able just to take a full strength Big Bang. It just kind of comes to what happens after that, because I believe Virus is actually going to be coming out here pretty soon.
Yeah, it should be Virus after this Big Bang, which should buy us a little bit of time. Gonna get Palom up as well, so gonna try and flare off 2 nuke shots here. Also is going for nerfs with the crystal still. This one's not even going to be close, sadly, because of the speed issue. This is a little bumpy, sadly, but is going to go ahead and take this full power Big Bang here. About 1,600 damage to everybody. The big problem is that we're going to need a counter nuke afterwards as well.
Yeah, we hope it actually targets the Rydia here, who does have an active wall, last I checked, because did use another Starveil there. Unfortunately, it just does go to the recently resurrected Palom there, who does go face down once more here real fast.
Yeah, it's a little dicey, unfortunately, and the wall is going to mean that this Rydia is not going to get healed, but is going to bounce the Virus back, so going to catch a little bit of damage from that heal back up a little bit, which is nice.
Yeah, and this is kind of the one thing where when you're fighting a Zeromus fight that you really kind of don't want to get into here, because unfortunately, while Lord Bree is surviving here, it comes down to the point where you're just kind of using a lot of resources. I mean, here's going to come another Cure 4, and I'm going to guess there's going to be another Starveil thrown here. But the one thing that hasn't come out here in some time is offense, and that's kind of how Zeromus does kind of tend to grind you down there. If you get kind of stuck in a little bit of a loop here, where all you're doing is just kind of treading water there. I mean, Zeromus loves it when you're just treading water because you're no close to killing him.
Yeah, but there is a nuke that is gonna get off here, so it's gonna start doing damage again at least, which is good. There's been a reshake, but the white's gonna come out here. This is gonna be pretty darn close to lethal.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, it's gonna try for another nerf. Might be late on this one here too. And honestly, with the amount of damage that came out last time there, and how close you are, I would actually just at this point just kind of shove all in and just bounce whatever I could there in terms of more nukes and whites to finish this fight off. And oh my, that was a heck of a roll on that Rydia there.
Yeah, this is the big thing about this fight is that this is, when you're doing this particular set of strategies at this speed, it is a very technical fight. His battle speed is lowered for safety and everything, so he's able to keep the fight going, which is good. It's just, this fight gets real technical and it can get really hard if things don't go your way.
Yeah, now the one other big thing here is I believe the next Star Veil here is going to be the last one that comes out here. So again, Bree is now on the clock with this fight here because you really only get one more shot after this last Star Veil goes. Because you just get one more direct cast, but yeah, there's the shake for the next big bang. Here comes another white. Again, you said should be close, and this might be fatal right here. This might be the game.
It's not quite, but I think he's decided to give up on nerfing big bangs and just let it rip here because he's got to get out of this fight. Which is this is how you do it. You assume that your team is going to survive the big bang anyway and just let fly. So nuke out from Rosa, or nuke out from Rydia, white from Rosa. Nuke is queued on Palom here. The roll is dicey, but okay. 23 is bigger than 0 last I checked, so this should, now we're pretty close to kill time here.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
you can see that this fight taking 10 casts is really scary. But thankfully, Bree does make it through, does push through a tough Zemus fight, and his final time, 1:34 and 22 seconds. So GG to Lord Bree.
Absolutely. And I believe we're going to try to get joined by Lord Bree here. Yep, there's the ping there. Lord Bree, good. I can talk today. GG. All right, I'm just going to kind of go to the obvious question here in terms of you decided, I'm going to guess, as soon as you saw that Rydia, you had a white mage in the form at the time, you're like, and you saw that Tella, and you're like, okay, I'm going to slingshot this party with this early darkness crystal.
Yeah, basically, I usually like to get my grind done early, it just feels better.
Yeah, and it did kind of take you there, and kind of one thing that kind of worked a little bit against you is, unfortunately, most of the blue planet and most of the underground was honestly really kind of free. And unfortunately, that didn't work against you because the whole thing is, while you did have a party that could just straight up roll over everything, including that D-miss that Dekar skipped there, unfortunately, just was not what you found there. And yeah, I mean, both of you at the end game were definitely just kind of face checking everything, looking for a wyvern that decided never to show up there.
Well, sometimes that's how it goes. At least it made the moon not too bad. So I guess the wyvern did not show up at Harp.
We don't know. We never saw the harp, actually. Yeah, both of you found the exact same 4 objectives to get to go mode there.
I really didn't expect the, I've never done a hot, fast anchor reflex strat fight, so I got caught off guard by how tight it ended up being there.
Yeah, reflect with edge as your anchor is usually quite the experience there. Demeron, anything you wanted to ask here real quick?
I mean, how do you feel about finishing your first top 32 in a free enterprise event?
I mean, I feel good about it. I've been getting a little farther in each tournament, so maybe top 16 next time.
Seems like a pretty darn good goal at this point.
I mean, to be absolutely completely fair, there is, I mean, especially with what Dakar's been doing here in the ladder and in the race here. I mean, top 32 is a heck of an accomplishment, and especially, I believe is this your first tournament, or I cannot recall actually.
Oh no, definitely not.
Okay.
I remember Bob. I remember Bob Bree's first tournament because we played in Football Gauntlet a couple of years back.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I have a terrible memory for this kind of stuff, so yes, I need to get notes together. But yeah, again, you say you're getting better. I mean, top 32 field like this, and especially with what the car's been doing is, I mean, hold your head high.
Yeah, I don't feel bad about how these races turned out.
Yeah, you've come a long way, and I'm sure that you're gonna keep at it because you keep, like you said, you keep getting better and better every tournament. So maybe top 8 next time. You might have that in you.
Oh, I'm certainly gonna try.
I'm there to hopefully see it.
Yeah, big same. Although I probably don't want to be on the other end of a race with you because you'll probably crush me now. Okay, maybe not probably. Probably definitely.
I mean, hey, we're everybody's good. I'm just gonna say it right now. Everybody
Yeah,
who
you're
says they're
pretty
not
good.
good, you're all good. I'm just gonna say that right now. But anyway, that does unfortunately does bring your run in the Highway to Zemus Zone 4 to an end there. Again, it was a wonderful tournament. What do you think of kind of the flags and everything you kind of ran into here?
Well, the hero flag was the most interesting. I had to learn how to deal with new anchoring situations there, rather than just either Cecil or Cursed Rings.
It does kind of feel like the curse string has finally been a little bit devalued there, but any other thoughts you want to give out here?
This was a fun tournament. I look forward to seeing how everyone else does now that I can just watch.
Yeah, and we definitely look forward to seeing you in the next tournament, and hopefully many more to come as well. Yep.
I think that brings our night to an end, doesn't it?
But yeah, my kitty co-commentator here wanted to say something, but yeah, that's about it there. Yeah, that is our night to an end. And again, one last shout out to Singadot for the restream, to Reckless Charlie for the tracking, for my co-commentator Demerin. It was fun as always. Love commentating with you here. And to everybody who helps make this run.
Yeah, absolutely. Night and I have been at this for a long time, and so it's good to get back in the booth with you, my friend. So we can always hang out. But of course, night's over. Keep your spoilers in your back pockets. Do not distribute them to the Free Enterprise channel, which is where we are headed next. Posomorpheus, Dr. Caustic dueling it out in the round of 32 up next for your watching pleasure to wrap up the night.
Yep, keep your buttons safe. I've heard Possum likes to eat them, but otherwise, yeah. Good night, everybody.
Bye.